Okay, so this post is for COMMGiving, my internet marketing website for small organizations, originally for charities and NGOs. Um, when you go on YouTube, like me or Jeff from Missouri Wind and Solar, um, unless you're shielded by a large corporation, but or yeah, shielded by a large corporation or large organization, um, you might be thrown about by critics. Everybody who goes public on a on a public platform, whether you're picketing, whether you're on steps talking out there at City Hall or anything like that, um, um, you're gonna get criticism, right? Um, how do you deal with criticism? Well, a lot of us already have a readership, a following, so like an affinity group, right? So why are you here? I mean, are you here to sort of like to put down the people who disagree with you, or are you here just to talk about things that are relevant? I'm here to talk about digital marketing. I'm here to talk about blogging and using YouTube to promote your commercial activity, right? Or your charitable cause or your NGO. Um, so I'm not here to to convert. Like, if you're not religious, I'm not here to convert. I am religious, so that's how I so that's the language I use, and the way of thinking I use, the paradigms I use. Um, but of course, anybody who commits a crime about it, you know, it's not only is it a lot of people, a lot of non-religious people think it's about shaming, because that's the trendy thing to do now for non-religious people. It's really not about shaming. It's about public safety. What strikes me strongly is that there's a large swath of the segment that aren't that when they speak, they're not speaking from a place of like potential parenthood or actual parenthood. So it begs the question with me, like, it's like, oh, everybody is responsible for their own public safety, um, and so you just see like dead kitty bodies all over the sidewalk or something. They're like silly, you know. So they're like the type of people that when they see a school crossing guard, they 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 ignore the person, their school crossing guard. They say, "Oh, that's not for me. I don't need a school crossing guard." And actually, I can probably jaywalk, half drunk, in the middle of the night. I'm that good. See, that to me is irresponsible, right? So so if you're gonna if you're gonna be on social media, you're and public facing, no matter what you are, you're gonna get your critics, right? But as actual stars have always said, like, they're just critics, right? You gotta be true to so like why you're here, right? So because there's a segment of the public that views it as entertainment. They actually, when they watch it, something that's supposed to be informative, they'll disregard it if it's not entertainment. So, what can I say? Like, Jeff's got to be in a mansion. He's got to have like work crews behind him for them to listen. It's got to be entertaining, you know. So that there's you don't have to deal with your critics. They're not your readership. They're not your followers. They're not your group. Just keep on producing the good stuff, and so long as your group thinks highly of it, right? Because they themselves, you know, have experience. It's really just it's an affinity. It's a club. every time you're up there, you know, you're telling people what they already know, except you're talking about your own experience with it. That's why it's really fun, right? You know this. You know what Christ said, you know what the Buddha said, you know how to live right. You know this. But it's fun to hear other people's experiences and the hardships they've gone through and the challenges they overcome. All right? Otherwise, the critics could be like nothing. Like they're just looking for a form of entertainment. And who are they? To me, if they're not part of the solution, they're part of the endemic problem.